Grand Rising, everybody. How's things going? Happy Monday. Good news coming out of Florida. Ron DeSantis has got a lot of things under control. A lot of good news. The ice is down there in droves. If people want to go down there and buy a house, I would just wait. But I think things are very, very cheap down there right now. And I think he's getting rid of the taxes. Yeah, Florida would be a good pick. I mean, it's what you prefer. If you like the heat and the high humidity, lots of things happening. It's going breakneck speed. It's just that there's a lot of stuff of, what do you call it? The policies of these platforms. Yeah, we are limited in what we can say. Prayers for the people in the Philippines. Yes, that's happening. That's down in Mindanao, which is General Santos. They took a big hit yesterday off the coast of Mindanao, which is way south of us. Of course, I made a phone call down there and nobody there felt anything. So we're kind of protected in there. We're on the other side of the Pacific, we're cradled in there on the oceans that are the inside of the Philippines, kind of in the central inside. So there's a lot of islands. If there's a tsunami going on there, they have to, kind of go through a lot of islands before they even got to our shoreline. Yeah, I'm sure, unfortunately, we got to put the prayers out there because I'm sure people have perished. And the SM building had gone down, huge damage there, which, those malls are packed. So if it started shaking, maybe I don't know. We're going to find out. It's going to be, let's just put our prayers out there. There was they do have sunshine shelters on metal posts and stuff like that. Kind of like pole barns with metals, like with a metal roof. They came down. There's a rumor that Alex West is Robin Williams in disguise. Yeah, I've heard that before. No, I'm Alex West. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the video I sent you? I watched a lot of videos, and there was some that, I was going to apply, but I had a bit of a problem. I did get some copy down and printed them over, but there was one, I believe that one of our tribal family had sent me over that I did copy on my other phone. And I want to read this out to you quickly, okay? Because this is important. And she was right on the right track. Let me just kick this in here. Oops. Okay, so it's... Okay. So, let's just go through this quickly. Okay, so for your birth certificate is a bond. It's worth between $1 and $2 million. It's traded on the stock market. You were never told about, okay? Look at your birth certificate now, and note that it's a copy or, it's on bond paper, okay? The original, is printed on bond paper. The same paper as a security bond or treasury bond. And the financial, instruments. Not regular paper or regular bond paper. And some people have, like the new birth certificates up in Canada, they also have the same printing or the same paper as our currency. Okay. Okay. Your name is in all capital letters. Okay. All capital letters, and is a legal fiction. Okay. Means it's not legal. It's a corporate entity. Like, say, for example, Donald John Trump is not you, okay? Like, whatever name you've got in there in all capital letters, that's actually not you. I know. It's a corporation registered under the Maritime Admiralty law the moment you are born. Okay, so now we're changing that from what you were was illegal fiction or illegal fiction to a living person or a living man or woman. Okay, now let me just move over to the next one. 17 years ago, in the Board or Bureau of Public Debt testified that every birth certificate is has an essential QSIP number. The same system under the stock and bonds. Okay, your certificate has a red number on the back. Okay, so you got to check that number that's out on the back. That number is linked to your bond. So you can take the birth certificate, use that red number at the back, and use that as your bond for any purchases. And or if you got bills coming in, use that red number to punch it through. You were securitized at birth. Okay, your future was depending on your labor, your tax contribution, which is illegal, productivity, and an estimated over a 75-year lifespan. Calculated, packaged, and sold on to the bond market and international investments before you took your first step. Okay, the Federal Reserve Bank of England, the City of London, all that they had taken it all. Every citizen is in line for this credit. Okay, that had a birth certificate. Every birth certificate has a deposit slip. Okay, the national debt isn't owed by the government. It was owed against you. Okay. Okay, let me just move over. I got really, really small printing here, so it's difficult. And I apologize. Okay, so now let me just move down. This is why we have a social security number or social insurance number, not for retirement, but for tracking. See, I knew that they were doing that to track everybody, right? So the social insurance number that you got to throw that into the straw man pile. And like I said, go out there and get your cards. I'm getting my cards made up, soon, and it's just going to have Alex on it, okay? Or I might just put Alexander. Okay, it's your employee ID, basically, okay? Now, let me just read this again. This is why you have a social security number, not for retirement, but for tracking. It's your employee ID number in the corporation called the United States of America Incorporated or Canada Incorporated or, the British United Kingdom Incorporated, so on and so forth. Okay, so not a country, a registered corporation. Okay, incorporated February 21st, 1871 in the District of Columbia, in the District of Criminals, Origin Act. You are not a citizen, you are a asset on the balance sheet. Every loan that you have taken was borrowed against you on your bond, okay? And the bank didn't lend you the money. It accessed your assets and charged you interest for borrowing against your own self, okay? You paid interest on your own collateral for your entire life. Such a scam. I'm furious. To serve the bond, to return the assets to the living man, this is what's going to happen. To collapse this is about the QFS that is coming in and replacing all this bullshit, right? So it's to serve the bond. The QFS is to serve the bond. The QFS is to return the assets to the living man. The QFS is also to collapse the corporate fiction and restore the sovereignty. The bonds are being recalled. The QSEP number, which is that red number, is numbers, it could be voided eventually, okay? And it'll be put over to your QFS account. And of course, all that old straw man identity that you have and carry now is all going to be for the garbage. or burn it. Have a backdoor, barrel burning party. When they say you will own nothing, they mean the corporation carrying your name will own nothing, which we own nothing now because it's all being transferred from that old corporation over to your QFS. So, because it will cease to exist, what remains is you, okay, a sovereign. And for the first time since birth, you are free. Code QSEP Bond 1871 Corporation, okay? So your code is your QSEP, okay, and bond. The 1871 Corporation is their maritime law is going against is versus the QFS recall. They named you into a stock at birth and traded you for 75 years, okay? After 75 years, you're considered dead, or they want you dead. So I just thought I would just throw that out for everybody. Anybody got any comments or questions on that? Let me know. Beware of Canada Census. I know. Yeah, they're trying to get everybody to, they're trying to get everybody into a hamster box. Don't comply. I wish they'd come to my door, but I don't think they will. Love my governor. That's probably DeSantos. Yeah, he's holding his own. There's a lot of things going to get. Like things are coming down. Yep. Now, like I said before, the tankers are all being diverted because they're not Trump has said, why are you guys paying a $1 million toll free to get through the Strait of Hormuz when you can just come and pick up all your oil and gas and LNG off inside the Gulf of America. And this is why they needed to take down Venezuela, which was done many years ago. It's all been played out. And of course, Cuba, that's all been being played out, whatever's happening. There are boots on the ground, I believe, there right now, and they have been liberated. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on right now. I mean, it's absolutely, I don't even know where to start. And there's some things that are very delicate for me, not to get thrown in the penalty box. So I got to really, tiptoe through the tulips here. We need some good news, Alex. Well, yeah, we all do, I know. There's a lot of things being moved behind the scenes. This thing about the UFC? This is something that should enlighten. I'm going to give you some more news, too. And I got it confirmed that these big data centers, there's a couple of things I want to go through here, but these big data centers for starters and the fiber optics that are going in there, they're being set up just like prisons, okay? And they need all these around because of the amount of, let's just say, demonic activity or the demonic beings that we have running around this planet. There's just no way all the FEMA camps would have held that many people. So this kind of tells you how much corruption and how much demonic beings we have out there involved in trafficking. Okay, so there's millions, and I didn't catch something the other day, but there has been millions have already gone through the YMCA system. Okay, I'll leave it there on the table and let you use your imagination where that's going. But I'm saying it's been millions. Now, there's a lot, not just on that location, but there's many, many locations around the world that is happening. And it's all behind the scenes. Everything's being documented. And now to get over to this UFC thing. Do you remember how Dana White went up there and they built this big octagon because they were going to have this big UFC, card out there with all these big fighter card people were going to come on and do the UFC right in the front yard of the White House. Okay. Well, that's not, and then of course they canceled it, right? or because of whatever was happening. And then at first, Strickland wasn't allowed to go there, for whatever purpose. So there's a bunch of drama going on there. But now they've just kind of canceled it out. But they left the octagon there, the big claw. Okay. Now, why did they do that? Let's look into this a bit. They've left it there because something else is going to be going into that octagon. Has anybody got any guesses? Let me know. When can we expect EBS? I'll get to that in a second here. Things are building up though, okay? Philippines got a very bad shaker yesterday, I know. My family's fine, and, my town is fine. There won't be any, I don't believe, any damage, whatever, but like it says, we're not, because there's one that's happening there on the southern tip of Mindanao, which is this furthest island connected to the Philippines. There could be more. There could be inside, there's lots of activity happening around there. Japan got another shaker there yesterday. It was off the coast of Japan, excuse me. Yeah. When will Canada be a part of the States? It already is. It already is. Everything that we're going to go see it. First of all, the claw, which is the UFC thing that's in the yard, is going to be probably, in my guesstimation, and what's running in the conversation through the grapevine of the digital networks that are out there. They say it's going to be parading all the criminals, and they're going to be paraded through there and be scorned and embarrassed, for what they have done, their sedition and treasonous actions, and everything that they have been. They'll be stand there in front of the world to see, I believe, and the charges will be read out to them, and then they'll be dragged off, and they'll probably be in some type of prison wear, and I think that's going to be a really big shoe